About analyzing business and corporate strategy. Business strategy or business level strategy refers to the approach a firm or business unit takes to competing in its industry to attract customers, create and capture value, and achieve competitive advantage. A firm takes many actions to implement its strategy, but these actions should be a part of a coherent, overarching identity or goal that, if accomplished, will lead to a sustainable competitive advantage. This overreaching identity is its business strategy, and it can be summarized in one sentence. To analyze a firm's business strategy requires interpreting all of the firm's key strategic decisions and identifying the overarching identity they correspond to. Michael Porter analyzed dozens of firms across dozens of industries and distilled business strategy into three generic strategies: differentiation, which is creating a unique identity or value based on a characteristic other than the price that customers are willing to pay more for or purchase more often. Cost leadership, which is achieving lower costs than competitors and passing some of those savings on to the customers through lower prices than competitors can charge. And focus, which is concentrating on a subset of customers or product services and then pursuing differentiation or cost leadership within that subset. Proper analysis of a firm's business strategy is insufficient without tying their actions to one of Porter's generic strategies or a combination thereof. In contrast with business strategy, corporate strategy cannot be summarized in one sentence. Cost leadership, differentiation, and focus on business strategies. They are not corporate strategies. A popular buzzword or phrase that is that a firm pursues a growth strategy. This is essentially trying to sound smart without providing real substance. All corporate strategy is about growth. It is a set of decisions made by executives to determine what the company sells, where it sells, and how it sells what it sells is produced. To analyze a firm's corporate strategy, three facets of their approach must be described. First, the vertical integration decisions of the firm must be identified. What does the firm make itself? And what does it purchase from suppliers? Does the firm sell directly to end users, or does it sell to intermediaries that then modify the product and or sell it to the next customers down the line? Secondly, the diversification of a firm must be identified. How many different products or services does the firm sell? How different are these different products or services from each other? For example, a firm that sells many different models of a car is less diversified than a firm that sells cars and boats, which is less diversified than a firm that sells shoes and chemical supplies and frozen food. Note that these items on a restaurant menu or the shelves of a retail store do not indicate diversification. These are service businesses who provide the service of preparing and selling food or purchasing wholesale goods, putting them on the shelves and selling them to customers. In addition to the product market diversification described above, diversification of a firm's corporate organization must be discussed. Does the firm receive close to all of its revenue from a single business unit? Does the firm have one main business unit but also a few smaller units that also provide a notable share of its revenue? Does the firm have many business units that share core competencies? Does the firm have business units that share no competencies with each other? Finally, the organization of the firm must be discussed, including subsidiaries and alliances. Finally, the firm's geographic scope must be identified. This is the most straightforward of the three aspects of corporate strategy. Understanding and analyzing business and corporate strategy are key skills that executives and entrepreneurs must possess if they want to maximize the success of their companies.